Guys, welcome to Kemma's Never Seen It. I'm Kemma, and today the movie we're going to be talking about is Alien. Again, we're staying on theme with sci-fi movies. I know Alien has like 11 movies that I could have watched, but I decided to start with the first one, the one from the 70s. So let's go ahead and see what this movie's about based on the DVD cover summary. The terror begins when the crew of the spaceship Nostromo investigates a transmission from a desolate planet and makes a horrifying discovery, a life form that breeds within a human host. Now, the crew must fight not only for its own survival, but for the survival of all mankind. Obviously, I've heard of the Alien movies, but I think the only thing I've seen of Alien movies is when I was like walking around the house when I was younger and it would just happen to be on TV. Because it would be on cable, right? Like it would just be on TV. Other than that, never seen it. So let's get into it. So we start off in space, and we're seeing this ship kind of floating through space, and there are these people who are in these pods. Now, it looks like they're all sleeping or something, so I'm guessing that's like their bed where they sleep throughout the day, and they start to open and they wake up to get ready for their day or whatever they're doing. Once they all like get up, they're all released from their pods, all the things start to come up and they all start to go to eat together. Again, another movie where smoking inside is fine. I also think that smoking in space is crazy, but I guess they had special space cigarettes. I don't know. It looks like they're there for some kind of space mission where they're supposed to get compensated afterwards. They're on their way back home to Earth, I presume, but they don't get paid until after they land. One of them, his name is Parker. He's just like, so let's talk more about the shares. Are there going to be any bonuses included in this? Like, what are we doing? And they're just like, can we just get home? Can we just get home? Let's not talk about this. Like, some people are feeling a little uncomfortable talking about this situation. Parker's smart, though. I want to know where my money's going to go. How is this going to look? And one of them leaves the conversation, good on him, to talk to the mother, which I believe is the spaceship itself. So when he leaves to go talk to the mother, it's saying how it senses that there's something near that it wants them to kind of investigate. So instead of going home, they're going to be rerouting to this planet to see what is on it. They don't know if it's, someone asking for SOS. They don't know if it's humans. They don't know what it is, but some kind of life form that's on this planet, and Mother wants them to go investigate. Parker's like, nah, this is beyond my pay grade. If we go do this, I better be getting more money. Like, what are we doing? Again, a businessman.
It's not my contract to do this kind of duty. And what about the money? If you want to give me some money to do, I'd be happy to.
Let that be a lesson to you. If it's not in your job description, if you're not getting paid extra to do all this extra stuff, you better push back. But regardless, they end up landing on the planet. When they're landing, for some reason, they have some weird malfunctions on it. They end up resolving it, so that's good. But that should have been, start of a telltale sign that something's not right. And when they land, they decide, let's go ahead and investigate, like Mother said, and they start to leave the ship to go investigate and see what they can find. So as they're going to explore, they're finding different things, but at the same time, their connection with the ship is also breaking. Another sign to be like, hey, get back here, we gotta go. But, what do I know? I'm not an astronaut. So they're exploring. They see this big statue skeleton thing or something of some kind of figure. They don't know what it is, but it looks like they don't know when the thing died or what it is. They just see it. So they're discovering all this stuff and, trying to venture through to see what else they can find, maybe get some samples. One of them, his name is Brett, I believe. He ends up going by himself to go explore. And in doing that, he goes into this cave. Once he gets into the cave, he's just like, I see all these things. They look like eggs. I don't know what they are. And he looks closer and he can see something within them, within the little egg thingies. And, instead of just being like, okay, well, let me get out of here, he does apparently the natural thing, touches it, and the thing opens. When the thing opens, instead of being like, let me get out of here, what does he do? He gets closer. And some creature jumps out and jumps on his face. I lied. His name wasn't Brett. It was Kane. I'm sorry. Honestly, throughout the movie, I feel like they didn't mention their names too much until it came to situations like this. So then I forget who is who. But it was Kane who found the creature, and now he has it on its face. So now that he has it on its face, they find him, and they're coming back into the ship to get sanitized. or whatever before they actually get on there. And they're just like, okay, is everything good? What's going on? Just like, oh, we have Kane. He has this thing on him, so we need to get him to the infirmary quick. The girl who's letting them in, her name's Ripley. She's just like, we can't bring him in here. That would like compromise everything for us. Like we could get sick. Something can happen to us. We need to quarantine that thing. Like we can't, that breaks quarantine, can't do it. And they're just like, just let us in. But she's following the rules. She's like, I hear what you're saying. And of course I want to save our fellow man, but I am not breaking quarantine for this. But one of them, his name is Ash. I guess he got tired of hearing the back and forth, opens the door, lets them in, and they take Kane to the infirmary. And they're kind of trying to see what this thing is. It makes my skin crawl thinking about it because it's like, it looks like some weird like scorpion bug thing mixed with a crab. I don't like it. Y'all know how I am. I don't like it. But they're just like, if we take this thing off, it could cut off the oxygen to Kane and then he could die. So we have to be careful with how we do this. They try to cut it off with this like little machine thing. I forgot what they're called, but he tries to cut off one of the little legs to the thing and it squirts out this acid that goes through the floor. So they know this is something serious that they're dealing with. And it literally goes through, I think, 2 or 3 floors before it finally stops. So in my mind, I'm just like, well, Kane might have to live with this, but at the same time, what is this thing? I'm terrified. After that happens, they go back upstairs to go check on Kane again, and the thing is off of his face. And they're just like, that's good, but where's this thing? Turns out this thing is hiding, and it was hanging and drops down from what I presume to find another host. But once it fell on the ground, it looked like it was dead, so it might have been fine. But they take it, they go to examine it. It was hard to sit through. I did, eyes open, I saw it. It was hard to sit through them examining it because it's like the underside. Have you ever seen the underside of like a roach or like a bug? I don't like it. So I was really hard, but I sat through it, y'all. I'm doing this for you. But they're examining it and they're trying to question what they should do with Kane. They're just like, oh, we got to quarantine him because, this could get to the rest of us. We don't know what that thing did to him, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is literally patient 0. Y'all got to do something or else it's about to affect the whole ship. Like, keep him in that room. Don't touch him. Just, monitor him, but don't touch him. Then Kane ends up waking up and they all go up there, start touching him, and they're just like, oh, Kane, I'm so glad you're back. Are you okay? What happened to quarantine? How do you just have a conversation about quarantine and then as soon as he wakes up, that goes out the window and you start touching him and breathing all over him and all this kind of stuff? That makes no sense. You just said. But anyway, they're asking him, hey, what do you remember? Are you okay? What's going on? He's like, I don't remember anything, but I do remember having a dream about being smothered, but I don't remember what happened. So they're just like, interesting. But after that, they're just like, let's just go eat. Let's go relax. Let's go have our dinner. They go back. Kane's starving, which makes sense. This thing was on his face. Who knows what kind of life it took out of him. So he's trying to get some food and like load up his plate. He's just like, I can't wait until we get home. I'm ready to have me some real food. They're all joking around, having a good time. Kane takes one bite of his food and he starts to react real bad. He's contorting his body. They should have put him on the floor. They tried to put him on the table. So just whatever. But he's like contorting his body. He's jerking, he's shaking, and they don't know what's going on with him. At first they thought he was joking about the food because they were just, joking about that. But no, there's something wrong with him. They lay him down and some like blood spatter gets on the front of his shirt. And then boom, an alien comes out of his chest, which I also want to say, didn't know this. I didn't know aliens had grills. Not saying I'm on their side, but that's dope. But anyway, alien out the chest, showing his grill. They don't know what to do. Kane's dead. Like, he's gone. Once it bursted out of his chest, that was the end of Kane. And the alien thing, like, runs away. Those things are quick. So I'm just like, I don't know how y'all are going to catch this thing, but y'all better be fast. Because the way that it slid across the table and left, y'all don't stand a chance. After that happened, Kane is dead. They also can't risk any lingering diseases or anything lingering with his body to affect any of them. And they send his body out into space. Now they all have to search for this alien thing. There is 6 of them left, I believe. So they're just like, okay, let's go ahead and split up. They have this machine that can detect movement or something like that. So they would be able to see or figure out if they're coming close to her or not. So they split up into different groups. One group, this one has Brett, Parker, and Ripley. They think they found it. They find this little door and the thing is going off. It's going crazy. They open the door. Turns out there's a cat. How did a cat get there? Anyway, it's a cat. The cat runs out. They don't catch the cat because one of them, I think it was Brett, was just like, oh, it's not what we're looking for. So why would we want to like capture and like torture the cat? They're just like, boy, if we didn't now that the cat's gone, we're not going to know if it's the cat or the alien. So now we have more distractions. And he's just like, oh, that's true. I'll go get it. And he goes by himself when there's a little alien baby out to go find the cat. So Brett's going to find the cat. He's trying to be careful, go throughout corners, do all this kind of stuff. And he does find the cat. But when he finds the cat, you know what else he finds? If you guessed alien, you just won a subscription to my YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe. But anyway, now Brett's gone. Alien got him. Alien killed him. The cat also watched. Not saying that the cat could have helped anything, but like, you know, you don't want to do a little scratch. You didn't want to do nothing, whatever. Cat's not on their side, apparently. And also the baby grew. Like now this is like a full grown alien thing. How fast does it take these little babies to get to a full alien? Is this a different alien? I think it's the same alien. How does that work? So now we're 2 people down. And they need to figure out another way to go ahead and try to get this alien thing. So now they're just like, okay, we'll monitor the background. Dallas, we're going to send you alone to go find the alien. But they have a tracker to like track the alien and track Dallas. So they'll let him know like when it's coming close to him and what's going on. So Dallas is going through corners. He's going through little chutes and stuff in the ship. And then finally, guess what? Alien finds him. Dallas is gone. We're now with Parker, Ash, Ripley, and Lambert. Lambert's losing her mind because she's just like, we got to get out of here. We got to take the shuttle. I don't want to deal with this monster anymore, which is smart. Like, get out of there. If you could leave the thing on the ship, I don't know if aliens could ride ships or anything like that, but if you can leave, go so you can get back home. Parker is like, I'm gonna go find this thing. I'm gonna kill this thing. He's not playing no games. And Ripley, she's just like, listen, we gotta figure this out. I just need everyone to calm down. Ash is kind of in the background. He's not doing anything, but he's just, there. Ripley then goes to the mother to try to get some answers. She's with Ash. Try to get some answers just to see what's happening, see if there's any help that can be given to go ahead and defeat this alien, at least say what it is, or just give any kind of information. But the mother has nothing. And Ash is just like, well, it's okay. Like, I'm sure there's an explanation for this. Ripley freaks out. She like grabs him up by his collar and just like kind of takes it out on him a little bit and then tries to walk away. She's just like, you know what? Whatever. Ash didn't look like he liked that so much, and he goes up behind her and she's just like, Ash, I don't have time for this. There's an alien running loose. Like, get out of my face. No, he goes, it's like a switch flipped in his head. Like something, like he went crazy on her. So he's like trying to like essentially kill her. Parker and Lambert come in trying to get him off of her, but he's strong. And then Parker comes up and like hits him with this thing. Turns out Ash isn't even a human. He's like some kind of like robot alien thing himself. He's not even real. Like, not only did they have to worry about the alien, they had to worry about Ash too. Like, what? So Ash is out. Now we have Ripley, Lambert, and Parker. They're ready to shuttle out. The problem is there needs to be some kind of prep to be able to get the shuttle ready. So Ripley is just like, I'm gonna go down. It will be about 7 minutes. Hopefully we can, be good throughout that time. Parker and Lambert stay together. Ripley goes down to prepare the shuttle so that they can shuttle out of there. Splitting up isn't smart. They should all know this by now, but they do. And you know what happens when they split up? Lambert and Parker get caught by the alien while Ripley is preparing the shuttle, fending for their lives, and they end up still getting caught by the alien. So now it's just Ripley. The good thing is Ripley is running. She's trying to figure it out. She's trying to wait until it's time to take the shuttle because, again, she has to wait. Like, there's nothing that she can do. But she finally gets in the shuttle. Everything's ready. She gets out the shuttle, She goes in the shuttle, gets out of the main ship to, like, detach, and then she blows up the main ship. So now everything's good. She's safe, and she's away from the alien. Wrong answer, forehead. Aliens on the ship with her. How, when? Don't know. Again, those things are fast. So aliens on the ship with her, but she's really quick-witted, and she found a way to like devise some kind of plan to blow the alien off the ship, and it worked. So then she blows the alien off the ship. She does her last little dialogue of basically everything that happened that day. And she prepares to ship back home. And I can only presume that she did get back home. That's where the movie ended. And again, all of them gone except for Ripley. Good for her, but aliens, they no joke. Why'd they go to the planet in the first place? Because the mother said so. Did the mother help you get out of the situation? No. Should have just kept going home. But hey, looks like Ripley's getting all that bonus money, I guess. This movie got a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. Again, don't hate me, but I think that's high. I think the alien itself, because I think it was an actual person who played Alien, that was really cool. Like, there was no need for CGI or something, but the costume, the design, the makeup, that was really, really cool. But I just feel like, I don't know, I was expecting it to be more like suspenseful and more like action and more scary. And y'all know I'm like scared of everything. So it wasn't like that for me. But I will say that this is like the perfect movie for the introduction to Alien, because now I know like what Alien's about, how it kind of, creates and where they come from and stuff. So it's good that way. But I thought there was just going to be more action between like the alien and the people and all this kind of stuff. So that's why I wouldn't rate it a 93. Yeah, I think it could be lower if I'm being honest. What I would like to know from y'all though is, do the Alien movies get better? Like I said, I think there's like 30 movies. So like, what Alien movies do you actually like? Which ones aren't worth watching? Which ones would you recommend? Because, I like the movie enough to at least check out another movie. I think the character of Alien themselves is cool. I love the grill. So like, what other movies would you recommend that I watch now that I've seen the first one? Or if they're all trash, I will just shut up and stick with this first movie that I watched. But that's it, guys. That's the end of my video. And thank you once again for tuning in this week. If there's something that you agree with, don't agree with, you want to say how good I did in this video, or you have any recommendations of movies to watch in the future, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell everyone about my channel. I'm still here, guys. I'm going strong. I am watching these movies. I'm posting. I didn't know that I would, be this consistent, but hey, here we are. So yeah, do me a favor by subscribing, because I'm putting in the work. As always, I want to express my gratitude, appreciation, and thank you guys so much for tuning in every week. You guys watch me every Thursday. That's insane. You watch me every week. But if you're one of those people who just found out about me, it's your first time seeing me, I post every Thursday. I also have more videos back there. Go ahead and check those out too. But that's it for this video, and I will see you guys back here next Thursday. Bye.